This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Prime. In association with Micromax. Nothing like anything.
Isn't it funny that every app that's designed to bring people together seems to actually take them further apart? Everyone's always in there with their little WhatsApp bubble checking how many people Facebook liked their last Twitter post while ignoring the meal companion they're actually sitting with in front of them. I tell you, this is incredible. Now, luckily, Nokia Your Wish Is My App Season 2 does actually bring people together. Case in point, 4 of my best friends join me every single week to judge the latest awesome app ideas in the land. And the foremost of the 4 is, of course, my fabulous friend, Ms. Kalki Kekla. Welcome back. Thank you so much. Like I say every single time, isn't it amazing that all of you fly down every week to do this show?
We are so dedicated.
And of course, with her is the man who isn't really app crazy, but certainly does have an appetite. I did say in the last show I won't use these jokes, but with Vikas, I've just got to do it. An appetite for tech. Now, Vikas, same sentence I've used appetite, tech, and Vikas Khanna. Did you ever in your life think that you would be described like this? Those 3 in the same sentence.
No.
Nahi tha na?
But I didn't even know that we were related. You remember that?
That part. Now, there should be an app for that also. Today, I'm going to come up with these things of, what apps we people can think of. Let's move on. And then the judge, who can easily make underprepared contestants lose their appetite, the very famous Vishal Gondal. Then, of course, we move on to judge number 4, the very cool and totally as cool as a cucumber, Mr. Sanjeev Bikhchandani. Now, all 4 of you, thank you very much again. This is our 4th week. 5 more ideas, 5 more applicants will come in here. And hopefully we're going to hear some great ideas today. Time to get started. 5 people will come in out here. We'll give them 60 seconds each. The jury will ask them questions. We will then mark them out of 10 points and they'll come back again. There are bonus points which haven't been used really as yet, but maybe it'll happen this week. Let's find out who is applicant number 1. Now, we all know that people feel that they have very messed up lives. This next app can't help them. However, if you have a messy schedule, you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed by it, Bangalore's Lakshmi Ganesh might well have the answer. Let's hear from him. So you have 60 seconds right now. The time starts now.
Okay, Declutter Life. This can see what you see. It can hear what you hear. It can record whatever you text, type, and search. It can become your best buddy in your life. Imagine the most time you spend in your day is with your mobile phone, more than anybody else. So it has to be your best buddy. All it needs is a brain, and my app puts a brain to it. How does it do it? It's going to collect the data from whatever you do, analyze, train itself, and report. So what data? It's going to, from your phone calls, it's going to collect the decibel graphs. From your messages, it's going to do a contextual analysis. And from your music preferences, web search, it's going to do a lot of other things. And it's going to come up like when you're angry, it's going to play your nice music. It's going to like pop up nice pictures when you're really mood off. And it's going to help you in every part of your life.
It's a good fantasy. My question to you is again, right? Conceptually, this sounds great. How will you execute this?
Yeah, my point is similar. That look, I'm not sure it'll work.
It is definitely doable. If you see phones like Moto X and other things, they've already been listening continuously. And there's a lot of contextual analysis going on from various data, whatever we do in our mobile phone. So going by a simple mechanism, like all you need to do is open your recorder and it'll record. It's not going to analyze the whole thing, rather a simple things, like a decibel level when you talk. So if you're always shouting at a person, it would obviously, it's like form a decibel graphs.
He's looking directly at you when he said, if you're always shouting at a person and you're only looking at Vishal.
So my problem is that how does it understand accents, for example? A simple thing like today, most of these things are, they're hardly trying to even get the accents together.
True.
So here you're saying forget about accent, people are going to start understanding the context.
And mood and depth
Emotion.
and modality
Okay.
and voice
So
modulation.
accent is one and we are going all the way to mood. So
We are not doing the contextual analysis from whatever you're speaking. rather from whatever you're typing. Whatever you're speaking, it does a decibel graphs. So basically, it will tell you how high you're shouting and everything.
Good idea. I think one of the things that, like I said, the reaction point is the technology there? And even if the technology is there, how long will it take to scale to the point that you're wanting it to?
Yes.
Other than that, good thinking. Hopefully, we'll all have it one day. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
While we wait for the NSA, the jury to decide Lakshmi's fate, let's bring out our next applicant. Here's a man who thinks there's someone out there just like him. Same eyes, same smile, same unexplainable craving for papdi chaat at 3 a.m. You might say he's a dreamer, but I call him Anmol Jain from Delhi. Hi, how are you doing? Good to have you out here.
Thank you.
So is this like the doppelganger searcher? Is that what it is?
Somewhat like that, but not exactly.
Your time starts now.
I think मैंने आपको कहीं पहले देखा है. So this is a very common pickup line which a lot of people had used.
Is that what you were doing? Let's just define that part of it. Okay.
Okay. So God has been very smart. So He had created everything in pair: 2 eyes, 2 hands, 2 legs, and faces too. So what my app is gonna be like, with a simple concept which was in age-old concept, which says that there are 6 more people who are just look alike like every one of us.
6 more.
6 more. So like
This
total
is
of 7.
In what history or this is like
It's
a
just
myth?
it's just a theory.
From what,
It's a
from
theory,
which,
it's a theory.
you know, from Hinduism or what is it?
I don't know
You don't know.
exactly from what, but
But
yes.
6 people.
Yes. So what my app is about, which will help you to find your lookalikes who resembles completely like you. So what you can do is just register, download that app, register on the app. You just need to click your photograph or upload a photograph, and you can you are able to connect or contact and chat or like find and talk to those people.
Okay, so it'll basically do a analysis of your features and your face and everything
Absolutely,
else. And
yeah.
has much detail and everything else. Okay, I
But
quite
it's
like that.
personality tracking also or just physical?
No, personality tracking won't be there because there could be a lot of people with the same personality
I think
or
it's a
different
great fun
personality.
app. I mean, if it can
So
actually have.
it's a good idea. Facebook already has Facebook face recognition. Google has done it. Microsoft has done it. So
Absolutely.
the challenge really is that this technology is not something which is open sourced or you can just download it and start using it. I think that's the problem. So how will you make this app?
So this, there are certain companies that do face recognition softwares. Like a lot of phone also has a face recognizer.
What would you do once you found your lookalike? You personally, Anmol.
Right. So everybody likes to meet their lookalike and talk to them. Everybody feels it very
What would you
interesting.
do if you met your
So probably
lookalike?
if I meet my lookalike, I'll try to hang out with him, know more about him.
I think it's a fantastic.
Even
It's
I-
just for a fun.
I quite like that.
it is majorly for the fun, and of course, at later stage, you can also connect with them. So the app will also have simple things to like chat with them. So even if you want to keep it private, you don't want to share your number, your email ID, your Facebook ID, or anything. Just because they are on the app, you can chat with them too.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Anmol.
Thank you.
Great
Thank
idea. Thank you. And next, a man who knows that candy may be dandy, but liquor's much quicker to make you lose your judgment. Here to save us all from those midnight calls to exes, bosses, and rival TV presenters is New Delhi's Saurav Lashkari. Saurav, you really thought this one out, huh? I mean, all right, we're good to go. Let's find out what this is all about and why is it different from a lot of these ideas that we've heard before. Your 60 seconds start now.
Have you ever got up in the morning with a hangover in your head and regret in your heart? Well, trying to call your ex, trying to put up a post, or well, calling someone else instead of someone is quite common when you are drunk. But well, here is an app that can save you from that embarrassment. With this app, you can lock your contacts and you can block the already installed apps and well, can access them back after passing a sobriety test, which will be based on gyroscopic sensor. And the other feature of this app will allow you to create a whitelist with priority numbers of say your cab or anyone who's about to pick you up. On one tap, your GPS location will be sent to your best buddy stating that, man, I'm dying here, come save me. And you can also record the voice of all the people that you have talked to that night. So in the morning, you can hear what you exactly spoken with. And also, you can, if you're texting a message, the font of the message would be increased and a photo will be displayed of the whoever person you are sending that message so that you don't send it to someone else. With other feature, the idea of this app is to ensure that your morning is as cheerful and as kicking as your night was.
This man has really thought out everything that he's done wrong in his life every day.
But he says he doesn't drink, huh? Because he has failed your test.
Do you have alcohol problem?
Me, no, not
Are
at
you
all.
in denial?
Alcohol is not a problem for him. He loves it. Have you seen that 4 of us cracked up all through and one of us was so serious? Either he's just relived about 5 or 6 years of his life or there's something completely wrong.
Exact app exists.
Oh, there we go.
No, sir. Like, I actually found on the net after I got this idea, I found no app similar. Like, there were other apps, but if you see, none of those apps had download more than 500 or a rating above 3.
So the app exists. Now you are saying, oh, they don't have more downloads.
No,
But
no, sir.
You have exactly all these features exist in an app. Yeah.
Vishal,
So
time to get
what that drunk
educated. He's
blocker
telling
does
you
is,
what
sir,
drunk
it
blocker
will
does.
completely block your contact and your, say you activate that app, for 12 hours it will completely block all the
It lets
calls.
you call the taxi and exactly what you said.
Yes, sir.
So it doesn't block, it sends you...
Yes, sir, it blocks all your blacklisted calls. Suppose like I decided to like block my home contact, I've decided to block contact of my boss, isn't it? And when I
You
plan
don't want to drunk dial your family. Like,
Yeah,
simply say,
so what that app drunk blocker does is that if you activate that app for 12 hours, it will not allow you to make any call. Now suppose
No,
that-
actually that's not the case. It says that you can allow, it says it allows you to decide what numbers you want to be
Exactly,
blocked.
sir. But those numbers that you have decided, you cannot call them once the app is activated.
That's the whole
There
point.
is no sobriety test in this app.
So you're basically saying I have to activate.
Yes, sir. Or you can set
How
already
do
a
I take
timer.
a sobriety test?
So sobriety test will be based on gyroscopic sensor. Now each of our mobile is equipped to know about our X, Y, Z coordinates and our orientation. That's what happens when we play a game, right? So in gyroscopic sensor, like what happens in any field sobriety test when you don't have a breath analyzer is that like they ask you to move 3 steps, then they ask you to turn around. So you can keep your phone in your hand and the gyroscopic sensor will feel if there is no acceleration in the vertical direction. And if you're following the sensor all this way through.
Basically, I mean, the motion sensor of the phone will be able to tell you if you're actually walking the right line.
Clearly you have a few differentiating features. And
Right, sir.
That
Like
sounds
just
good.
one app just does the GPS thing, one app just does the font thing, no app did the voice recording thing, and this gyroscopic activity is done by no other app.
So thank you very much. Good presentation.
Thanks a lot for
very
having me.
well
Thank you.
put. Time for a very short break, but we'll be right back with not one but 2 apps aimed at keeping friends friendly. We'll be right back with the Nokia Your Wish is My App Season 2.